Most people don't get excited about a belt sander until they're staring down a massive pile of rough-cut lumber that needs smoothing. That is exactly where this Jellas unit steps in. It's a 7-amp machine, which is pretty much the sweet spot for DIY projects where you need enough grunt to strip away material without the tool feeling like it's going to vibrate your arm off. What's interesting is the variable speed control. You get 6 different settings, ranging from 120 to 400 RPM. Honestly, having that kind of range is a lifesaver because you aren't just stuck at one speed. You can dial it back for finer work or crank it up when you really need to hog off some wood. The design feels solid, and it's got this clever trick where you can flip it over and clamp it to your workbench. They include the metal C-clamps in the box, which is a nice touch because it turns the whole thing into a stationary sander. It's great for smaller pieces where you'd rather move the wood against the belt instead of chasing the tool across the board. Plus, there's a lock-on button, so you don't have to keep your fingers squeezed on the trigger the whole time. It's a small detail, but your hand will definitely thank you after 20 minutes of work. Now, here is something you don't see every day. Instead of a rigid dust box, they went with a fabric dust bag. It's actually a smart move. It's easier to empty, and those little exhaust holes help keep the airflow moving so the motor doesn't get choked up with fine particles. It feels a bit more durable than those cheap plastic boxes that always seem to crack after a few months. They also throw in 10 sanding belts right out of the gate, covering everything from coarse 40 grit up to a smooth 180. It's a decent starter kit that saves you a trip to the hardware store. One thing to keep in mind, though, is the belt installation. You have to pay attention to the directional arrows on the inside of the belt. If you put it on backward, it's going to wear out faster and potentially leave some nasty marks on your project. It's a simple habit to get into, but it's easy to overlook when you're in a rush. Also, while the 10-foot power cord is a generous length, it can get a little tangled if you aren't careful about how you lay it out. It's not a deal breaker, but just something to watch out for. At the end of the day, this thing hits that rare balance of being affordable without feeling like a toy. It's got enough power to handle serious tasks, the bench mount feature is genuinely useful, and it's built to last a while. If you're looking for a reliable workhorse for the garage that won't break the bank, this is definitely one to keep on the short list. It's not perfect, but for the price, it's hard to find much to complain about.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.